Okay, everybody. So today is just gonna be me. First we're going to go ahead and put in all of the uh coloring for the dragon, and let me just make sure that the mold is okay. I'm gonna have to let me grab a paper towel and wipe some of the mica powder out. Because this one we're gonna go a little bit on the darker side. The scales and stuff I'm gonna be using um this graphite black and silver ash, and then the eye is gonna be the yellow and gold. So I'm just gonna kind of clean this up a little bit. So, and then like I did with all of my other quietly crafting um lives, it's going to be where there won't be a whole lot of talking. If you have questions, definitely ask questions. Otherwise it's just you guys can do your thing, I'll do my thing, and then uh hopefully all of this comes out the way I want it to. So we're going to start with the eye first. Even though I don't know where everybody is, but that's all right. Hey, bestie. How are you? So this time I'm using mica instead of chameleon powders. And it basically works the same. So this is going to be, the eye is going to be gold and yellow. And there is going to be a giveaway for this live for the replay crowd. So you'd have to watch the whole video from beginning to end in order to get the secret word, in order to win the prize. I'll show you guys the prize here in just a minute. So this is going to be my dark dragon. Hey D. Yeah, I kind of figured. So I am just recording this. Whoever shows up is whoever shows up. It's not a big deal. It's always hard because there's only so many days in the week um to do lives and so many hours in the day. So I'm not too concerned about it. Hi, Aisha. So I'm gonna be mixing this is the gold, and then I'm gonna mix a little bit of this yellow here, just to give give it a little bit of depth. And tomorrow is actually my neurology appointment, so we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping to get some answers from my doctor, or at least some sort of path as far as a direction on what is going on, because yesterday was not a good day. I think I was laid up on the couch for most of the day, and I think I slept a majority of the day because um my my leg was really bothering me. So anyhow, that's we'll not worry about that. We're here today to do this. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, it has been. Um so I'm gonna bring the gold out. And I'm trying to relax. Um and if I shake the camera, sorry about that. That's because of the me painting the mica. Okay, so that's the gold. I think the gold is really nice. Hey Helen. Hi, Eight Smiley Lady. So next I'm gonna add just a little bit of the yellow. So like I said, this is the yellow, just to give it a little bit more depth. I'm not gonna put too much. I really, really like the gold and the yellow together. Okay, so I'm closing up the yellow. Done with that. And now we're going to work on the rest of this portion of the mold. And then this is the back side of the mold. So it's going to be the silver ash, um, which, if you can see, it's got like black with flecks of silver. And then this one is graphite black, which I think is more of just a straight up black. Yeah, it's just more of a straight up black. So we're gonna start off with the graphite black. And we're gonna do it like the last time where we're gonna do kind of like an ombre look. So I'm gonna get some of this gold off here. And the back cover portion is gonna have these two colors on it as well. And the tricky part is obviously to get it in all the corners and up the sides. I'll move this so you guys can see what's going on. What I'll do before I pour the resin in is turn over and give it a tap to make sure I don't have any excess of the powder. And then this particular book, I'm probably gonna put up for sale. I haven't quite decided on the price. Just because it's so labor intensive, it will be on the expensive side. And because it also takes a lot of resin. And then also just to let you know, I meant to actually release a video yesterday to let you know that I will be um, putting out some new boxes, premium boxes. Um, and the boxes will have a resin item in it. It'll have some premium yarn. And when I'm talking about premium yarn, obviously that means there won't be any of like there won't be any Lion Brand. Hey Michelle. Um hey Yarnworks. Hi hi Lydia. So the premium boxes won't have any like Lion Brand. They won't have any Premier or anything like that. It's gonna have all of the higher end stuff like Hobie, um sheep cheese and stuff like that. So it will be more expensive, and the um, resin item will be different. I'll have to take a look at my molds to decide exactly what each person will get, but it won't be the standard stuff that I've been putting out. If it is like, say, a trinket tray, it will have a lot more work and intricacy put into it. Yeah, it's a very meticulous process. Especially when it comes to a mold like this. Just putting the mica in usually takes about an hour or so. I want to make more of these. I just need to buy more of the plain silver rings and more of the paper. So funny story. So I normally take um no, the mica actually will work the same way as the chameleon powder. So what I'll do is I will be just basically pouring in a clear base um for this, just like I did with the other dragon book, and uh I'll just leave it. So I'll just make enough, which probably will take a couple of separate batches, and I will pour them in into the mold, and then I will leave it. So the mica won't move. It works essentially the same way as the chameleon powders. It gets painted on, and it should stay exactly where it is. The only time the mica moves is when you add it directly to the resin itself. I decided to go with the mica this time because I had like this idea in my head of having, this like really dark dragon, kind of like I'm sure, I don't know if any of you watch or have watched Game of Thrones, and how some of their dragons are these different colors like red and black and stuff. So that's kind of the idea that I was looking looking at as far as what I wanted to do in my head. Um, I honestly, I think some people like to work it with bigger cups. Because actually, in here I'll show you 1 second. In the resin that I got, that I just opened the box. I actually got these cups, these silicone cups that came with it. Um, and it's a slightly larger cup. So it's 1 cup. Let's see how it measures up to the other. So, I mean, I guess it's about the same, but this is wider. But to me, it makes me a little nervous to do it in a big batch like this. I like working in smaller batches because then I know that the resin is mixed well enough to um, to be used, because that's always the problem, is to make sure that all of the resin is mixed thoroughly, uh, so that when you pour it into your mold, that it cures. Because if you don't mix part A and part B thoroughly together, uh, like in other words, like scraping the bottom and all of that stuff, and the sides, that it won't cure properly. So I like using the smaller cups, even if that means um making uh several different batches. And it's funny because I was watching a show yesterday where the it was like one of these HGTV shows, and the person was making a tabletop, and the tabletop was wood on the sides, and then they had where in the center they were putting epoxy in the center, and they made it gold, and they mixed the resin in a um in a big huge bucket, like a big paint bucket. And um what they used to mix it was, like the like your hand drill, and then you would have, a mixing attachment to mix it. But obviously, they're used to working in larger batches, whereas I would not feel comfortable working in that large of a batch to make sure that the resin cured properly, because I think they said after they poured the resin, uh, they they waited 3 days for the resin to cure. And that's a long time, obviously. And I'm assuming that the reason why they waited so long is because there was so much resin that was inside of the tabletop that they were making. So, so yeah, for me, it's more about comfort level to make sure that everything is mixed properly. Because obviously, it would make sense for me to just like um, mix a big batch and just pour it all in there in one go, and be done with it. But I don't always necessarily feel comfortable with that, because I've had issues where I've made larger batches, and then it's not, it hasn't cured properly because of user error, as far as myself goes, and not mixing it all the way, uh, by scraping the bottom and scraping the sides and stuff like that. So that's always the important part, is making sure that you are scraping the sides and scraping the bottoms to make sure that part A and part B get mixed together well enough, so that it's combined properly, so that the chemical reaction itself does what it's supposed to do. Hey everybody. Hey Surikata. Hey Lulu. How are you? Okay, so now I'm going to switch to the graphite. And the graphite is going to be for the rest of the book, as far as the front part. And then we'll do the back cover the same way. Now move this. Sorry for the shaking. Move this a little closer so you can see. Since the graphite is a little bit lighter, I'm doing my best to try to keep my hand out of the way so you can see. So yeah, for those of you who just joined, it's a powder. So this is the mica that I'm using this time. Instead of chameleon like I did the other time. So this one, it's the same thing. Instead, it's a different kind of powder. And like I said, I'm making this one to sell, and I meant to put out a video yesterday about it, but I wasn't doing so well, so I didn't get a chance to do it. But after this, I will be putting out that video so you guys know that I will be releasing some mystery boxes. Thank you, Aisha. So the hope is that I'll get this all painted in with the powder, and then I will then be able to make a couple of batches of resin, and you guys can see me pour the resin in as well. And this guy is a dark dragon, and I picked the gold as a nice pop of color. And I did the gradient at an angle just for something interesting. And then, like I said, before I pour the resin in, I'm gonna turn this over to tap out any of the extra mica powder um, out. And then I'll pour the resin in. And I don't know if you guys can see how um, the graphite color is more of a silvery black color, because this is what the graphite looks like. It's a black and silver color. I have a question for you guys. For those of you who work with, who are experts at working with um, number one weight or fine weight yarn, what seems to be the easiest trick to get the right amount of tension for your yarn so that each um, each of the stitches come out properly so that it doesn't look really loose, because that's the thing that I'm having a problem with, is I'm getting really frustrated with um, the project that I originally had started, that I had shown you guys on one of my videos, that the tension was not coming out the way I wanted it, and so I frogged it all. And because it was just too loose, I didn't like the way it looked, and it just looks so messy. So what, for those of you who are used to working with that type of yarn, what do you find is the best way to handle that kind of yarn? Because I'm used to working with um, 3 or 4 weight yarn, and uh, mainly because obviously my arthritis, but I wanted to challenge myself by working with the fine weight, and then making the mandala with the sheep cheese, because I really love the sheep cheese yarn that I have with the whirl. And so I'm having a bit um, of frustration with working with it, because the tension for the yarn is just not, it is not coming out the way I want it to. It's not looking the way I want it to. And so I need some help. Is it just practice? Is it the way you hold the yarn? I'm turning this around so I can see the other side, so that I can get the sides of the mold. Okay. Maybe I'll try going down a size, and I'll also, because I do have a ring that helps with tension. So maybe I'll do that. I'll take the, because I do have a ring that helps with tension. Um and I'm also thinking about uh using that to help as well. Because it's kind of frustrating when you're trying to, you want to make something because you think it's so beautiful, and it's not coming out the way you want it to. So you have to frog it and redo it, and then it's still not coming out. So I had to set it aside because I was just getting so frustrated. Okay. I know that some companies have where they actually include the bead on the yarn itself, so that might help too. Okay, because right now I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook, and so I'm thinking that maybe it's too big. Maybe if I go down a size, maybe a 4, that might do the trick. And that maybe it's also the fact that it's a resin hook that might be also, because I'm using because it's a 4.5 resin hook millimeter resin hook, and it's a furls hook, and it's so slippery. So I think maybe that's part of the problem as well, because the yarn keeps moving all over the place. So maybe if I find a hook that isn't resin, maybe one of my wooden hooks or a metal hook, that will help as well. So maybe if I do either a 4 or a 3.5 millimeter, that might help as well. because I really want to make this particular item, or heck anything at this point, um, just for the fact to say that, you know, I actually finished it. I don't expect it to be like fantastically beautiful for my first try, but at least to say that I finished it. You know what I mean? And then moving on to the next project, and just practicing and practicing and practicing. Well, because the thing is that the pattern that I'm using, that's the size of the hook that it calls for. So I will I'll move the hook size down to either 3.5 or um a 3. Yeah, so let's see. So yeah, I'll size down on the hook and see if that will make a difference, which I'm sure it probably will, since you guys are saying that the hook size is way too big. Okay, so it looks like we're pretty much done. Let me just take a look at all the sides here. And I'm just gonna turn this upside down and get the excess out. So this is what it looks like. I will, definitely. I am I actually switched from either a knife or a pencil, so I do both depending on what I'm working on. So I'll mess around with the size of the hook to see uh what will work. So okay, so this is the front side of the cover. Now we're gonna move on to the back side. So since let's see here. So we're gonna do the graphite on the bottom, and in no particular way. It's just a matter of getting it as a gradient. Hey, Jessica. Thank you, Stephanie. Hey, Maritza. So I'm trying to make sure that I get the sides of the mold, and then obviously the where the holes would be as well, and try to keep the color as even as possible. Thank you, Stephanie. It's a lot of fun for me. It's very, very relaxing. And I also don't always like match perfectly with what is on the other side, because that would be I'm not a machine, obviously. So um whatever comes out is what comes out. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, and don't forget to leave your thumbs um before you leave or when you come in. That definitely helps with the algorithm. And there is a giveaway for this particular live. But the trick is you gotta stick around for the whole thing in order to get the secret word. And just let me finish this portion up and I will show you what the prize is. Okay, so I'm just moving this to make sure that I get it as even as I can. The sides. Okay. So that's the it for that color. So now the prize that is going to be given for the giveaway for this live is this here. Um it's Yarning for a Smile, it's going to actually be a dragon book. So this is the front. And then what I'm working on is the back this here. So this Hawaii trinket tray is the prize for today. And when I get ready to pour the resin, I will tell you what the word is in order to win. So um, now we're gonna put down the other color, which is the graphite black, which is just basically black. Hey, Rachel. We're almost done. Then I can pour the resin. Yeah, that's what everybody says. That is really, really relaxing. It's kind of sort of like ASMR. Without all the weird sounds. Exactly, Live Love Crochet. It's totally like ASMR, only without like some of the weird sounds. Cause like some of the ASMR that's out there is really weird. Okay, so it got all the mica put down. I'm gonna put the mica powders away. And then, excuse me, we're gonna start pouring the resin. That was Akira. He has allergies. Hey John. Thank you to everybody who showed up. Appreciate it. I know there's a lot of lives going on today, so thank you for coming to mine. And there is a giveaway. And I will give you guys the secret word after I have poured the resin. I'm just cleaning off the brush here because it's got all the black mica on it. Okay, so we're gonna start with this side first. Don't have really all that much in this one, so we'll see how much I get. I do have another bottle. Thanks, Driss. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. And I'm trying to get every single last drop out of this bottle. We really need to do a watch party. Hopefully, after tomorrow, I'll have some answers and my frame of mind will be in a better place. Okay, it does not look anything else is going to come out of here. And it's funny, I ordered the same brand of resin. The packaging looks different, and I got these stirrers. These are silicone. So I got one like this, a smaller one like this, and another one like this. So let's see how it works. So I just poured a, so I'm gonna pour three ounces of a total for just the part A. And then 3 ounces of the part B. Okay, we're gonna try this tool here. Let's see how it works, because it's silicone. And what is interesting about this tool is that the end has a curved end to scrape the bottom of the cup. This is something new that is in Puduo's set. And this is a part of their anti-yellowing epoxy resin. I honestly don't think it matters. I haven't had any problems with their resin. It's just interesting that because they included these cups and they included these mixing sticks rather than me using the popsicle sticks. So let's see how it works. And yes, I'm sitting down. I've been having problems with my legs, so I don't want to fall while holding the resin. Okay, so we're gonna pour the back side, the back cover first. I'm not gonna pour all of it because I want to see how it spreads. All right, so it looks like that's pretty much filled up. I'm gonna scooch this over and we're gonna fill up this. I know that the eye is the part that's going to take up the most. So we're going to fill that up part first. And then I'm going to make another batch. Okay, we're going to make another batch. We're going to go with another 6 ounces. So 3 of part A and 3 of part B. It seems like you guys really like these sessions, even like pre-recorded or live. So I'll keep doing them because I like them too. It's really relaxing. So this is going to be 3 of part B to make a total of 6 ounces of resin. And I am not adding any color or any glitter to any of it so that you can see all of the color in its magnificence through the resin. And like I said earlier, I will be selling this at a later date. Oops. And I had meant to put out a video yesterday talking about my mystery boxes and the standalone resin items. So I'll be putting out that video sometime today later on so that you guys have information on how to purchase my mystery boxes. They will be premium mystery boxes. They will not have any of like the big brand stuff. It's going to be like Hobie, Sheepji's, like all the hand-dyed stuff. And then you'll get one resin item and then you'll get one of the whisk project bags as well. So it's going to be well worth the money you spend on these boxes. All the details in that video, or all the details for the box, will be in that particular video. So what I'm hoping to do next as far as a quiet crafting video is to do crocheting. And it won't be a tutorial. It's just gonna be me crocheting. That's it. And I'll probably do it as a pre-recorded. Um and do like so many rows or whatever, depending on how comfortable I feel with the particular project. No, you're not late, Maggie. No worries. Hey, Kivia. Nobody is ever late. And if you missed the earlier part of it, not to worry. There's a giveaway for those of you who want to do a replay. And if even if you watch from the beginning, you can participate. I'll show you the price here in a second after I finish mixing this resin. Yarning for a smile. So what is going to happen is so I closed my Etsy shop. What I'm going to be doing for my mystery boxes is I have set up an email, and you will email in a request to purchase a mystery box, and in the video that I have already filmed, it will give you the instructions on how to purchase the mystery box. I'll because I'm only making so many that I can handle. It's not going to be an unlimited amount. It'll give you the price. It'll give you the email. What you'll be getting in each box, all that stuff, and so and then there are other things that I'm going to have for sale as well. Because it will be a separate email than the email that the Gmail account that is shown on below here. Yeah, so not to worry. Because I had gotten a couple of requests to do premium boxes. So these will be premium boxes. Okay, so this I hope will be enough to get the rest of the molds filled. And it looks like that was exactly the right amount. So I will show you the prize for the replay gang, and for you guys who showed up for the live, you are more than welcome to enter. What you'll need to do is you will need to one, have watched the video from beginning to end. You will have to have liked the video, and then you'll have to put the secret word into the comments. Don't just put the word in by itself. Please put it in as a sentence somehow. That would be greatly, greatly appreciated. And then yeah, so okay, so this is a prize. It is this Hawaii. Let me get up a little bit closer here. It's this Hawaii trinket tray. See if you can see it a little bit better here. So the secret word for the replay gang, if you want to enter, and so like I said, you have to have watched the video from beginning to end. You have to like the video. You have to be a subscriber. Hit the notification button, and the secret word is let's see. Let's put the word Hawaii, Hawaii, as the secret word in the comments, so that you can enter to win that trinket tray. The giveaway will be open until uh, let's see, let's do next week Wednesday. What is next week Wednesday? So it will be open until the 8th. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, the 1st. Duh. So March 1st. Um, and so March 1st, make sure you enter it in, and then it will be it'll be closed after that, and then I will pick the winner on either March 2nd or 3rd, and then I will do it as a YouTube comment picker in a separate video, and is it? Oh, okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay. So yeah, March 8th. So um March 8th, and then so you guys have plenty of time to enter it in. Like I said, it's Hawaii, Hawaii, and then put it in the comments. Don't just put it as the word. Put it as the put it in a sentence, and then you'll be entered. Just as long as you do the following things: you watch the entire video from beginning to end. You like the video, and you put the secret word in. You're subscribed, and hit the notification button, and then I will pick the winner via comment picker. And then I'm hoping that I will have my act together so that I can do my monetization party on the 19th. And then because my brain has been all over the place with all of what's been going on. So I hope you guys enjoy all this. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. It's been about an hour and 46 minutes. Thanks for sticking around. And I think, um, Thrift is going to be having her live here pretty soon. So make sure you go and hang out with her as well. I will be hanging out with her. And since she came out and hung out with me, since I love hanging out with her. So until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Oh, and keep an eye out for that video on uh, if you guys want to buy my uh, my mystery bags. So thank you everybody for showing up. Bye.